What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? It is Coach Cole, and this is the weekend wrap-up edition of Sports Frenzy Season 13, episode number 5. First of all, I just want to start off by apologizing about not getting a full show done for you guys this week, just with the half day of school, and I had a really busy week, so it just did not work out well for that, but you still got your sheets, and I promised you a weekend wrap-up show, so here we are, and hopefully this kind of stuff won't happen again. Let's go over some results. Before I get to the results part, let me go over who some of our winners were this week, okay? Our Laura Haviland teachers. We had a tie-winning duel between Miss Nikki and Mr. Boring again. They both had 17 points for the victory in their room. Let's see. Followed up by, looks like, we had Kyle with 14 for the staff. It looks like a team up of Karen and Gage had 13. Mr. Randolph had 13 points this week. Parsons had 12 points. Gibbons had 12 points. And then our Haviland student winner is Ashton with 16 points. Next up, we had Gase with 14 points. Logan with 13 points. And Isaac with 12 points. Those are your Laura Haviland program winners. On my end of the park, we had end of the road there. We had Joyce with 19 points. Jessica with 15 points. Lucas with 14 points. Kim with 13 points. And Brendan with 16 points. And let me see. I forgot to write down Mapstone's points. Oh, Mapstone, I'll get yours tallied up and send it in the quick picks results before I send those out tonight to everyone. So anyway, let's go over the picks, our picks from this week. Again, it was season 13, episode 5, in our high school football games. We had Jackson Vikings defeating the Adrian Maples 22-14 was your final in that one. The Panthers fell to the Grass Lake Warriors 34-18. That hurts their chances in the Cascades a little bit right now. The Blissfield Royals is what I'm trying to say. Get a squeaker of a win over the Ida Blue Streaks. 28-27 was your final in that one. Close fought game. That was a tight fought game all night long. The Britton Deerfield Patriots get the win over the Maple Valley Lions. 16-11 was your final there. The Clinton Red Wolves get a pretty good win over the Onstead Wildcats. 50-34 was your final in that one. The Hudson Tigers blanked the Columbia Central Golden Eagles. 56-0 was your final in that one. The Dundee Vikings get it done against the Hillsdale Hornets. 23-14 was your final in that game. The Lenawee Christian Cougars in 8-man action get it done against the Belleville Broncos. 56-6 was your final in that one. Madison Trojans come away with a win over the Erie Mason Eagles. 14-8 was your final in that one. The Morenci Bulldogs get a win. Yes, they do. They finally get a win. And you know why? Because Vandercook Lake Jayhawks forfeited the game and didn't want to play it. So it goes as a win for the Morenci Bulldogs in the win category. And that's also 8-man football action. The Summerfield Bulldogs destroy the Sand Creek Aggies, but at least Sand Creek was able to score this week. 20-8 was your final in that one. And the Tecumseh Indians get it done in a hard-fought game against the Chelsea Bulldogs, and this was your first 3-point bonus game this week. 50-34 was your final there, and Tecumseh is still undefeated. Oh, and congratulations to them. They won the oh shoot, it escapes my mind right now. That was a championship game. I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember it's the championship, but they won a championship for that game. So congratulations on that, guys, in that hard-fought battle. All right, next up we have our college football action, where our local teams did not have much success this weekend, as the Adrian Bulldogs fall to the Trine Thunder, 27-21. The Siena Heights Saints fall to Concordia in overtime, though. At least they took them to overtime. 23-16 was your final there. The Tiffin Dragons blanked the Hillsdale Chargers 41-0 in that game. The Michigan Wolverines had a tough weekend. Coach Mike Hart went down early in the game, was having seizures or something, and this threw off the entire night for the Michigan Wolverines. But they did get it done against the Indiana Hoosiers after they went in at halftime and got to hear from the coach, Coach Mike Hart. Last I heard on his condition, he's stable, and they were treating him. So we'll see how soon he's able to come back. And we wish him nothing but a speedy recovery because, man, just a little rant before I go into the rest of this. People were just knocking on Michigan for not playing hard against Indiana. You got to understand, these guys are still kids. They're still young. And some of those guys were on the sideline crying when Coach Hart went down. So mentally, I mean, they're still kids, and these are people, these are family. Michigan is a tight-knit family, and, Coach Hart is like family to them. So for those kids to just, they were having a little bit of difficulty in the first half, especially not knowing what was going on with Coach Hart. And then when he was able to communicate with them before they came out after halftime, you saw a bit different of a team after that. So just to recap, Michigan gets the win against Indiana, 31-10, and we wish Coach Hart a speedy recovery and get back out there on the sidelines because your team needs you, buddy. All right, the Alabama Crimson Tide get it done against the Texas A&M in a tough-fought game, 24-20. Both Alabama and Michigan fell in the rankings this week. Just to let you know, the AP polls are already out. We'll discuss that here in just a second. In your second 3-point bonus game, the Eastern Michigan Eagles get it done against the Western Michigan Broncos. 45-23 was your final in that one. The Texas Longhorns blank the Oklahoma Sooners. 49-0 was your final there. The NC State Wolfpack get it done against the Florida State Seminoles in another tight-knit game. 19-17 was your final there. NFL action. If you wasted your time watching this game today like I did, now granted, we've got some hurt guys and we had more guys getting hurt as the week went on. Thank God we're going into a bye week next week so we can get some stuff figured out. Lions don't play next week. But the New England Patriots in their classic uniforms with the classic Patriot on the football field and everything looked really cool to see that back because I really liked that logo back in the day. New England Patriots get a huge win over the Detroit Lions, 29-0. Oh, Matthew Stafford feeling a little more like he's back in his old Detroit days. They get beat today. The LA Rams fall to the Dallas Cowboys. I did not get a final on that game. Give me just a second here. Siri, what was the final between the Dallas Cowboys and the LA Rams?
Here's what I found.
I just wanted a score update. All right, so the final was 22. 22-10 was your final there. Okay, and in NASCAR action, let me go back here for just a second. NASCAR action. We had Christopher Bell in the Toyota number 20 at number 1, Kevin Harvick at number 2 in the number 4 Ford, and Kyle Busch number 3 in the number 18 Toyota. If you chose one of those three guys as your winners, then you got a point for NASCAR. All right, let's do, before I end, let's do one thing here. The top 25 has changed a little bit this week. Georgia's at number 1. The team down below us is at number 2. Alabama drops to number 3. Clemson's at number 4. Michigan dropped to number 5. New entries that I can see here. James Madison comes in at 25. And those are the big ones that pop out at me. Looks like, yeah, Florida State has dropped back out of it. So, yes. Few changes in the top 25. Those are covered on the Sports Frenzy page. So you can go ahead and go check that out on the Facebook page or Twitter page, things like that. But, we don't like the weekend wrap-up to be real long. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night. And I hope everybody has a great start to their week. We'll be back here again sooner than later for the next edition of Sports Frenzy. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone, and have a great and wonderful start to your work week.